Hi, I'm Matt and this is the Recorder Studio, and today we are going to talk about University of the Philippines College of Music entrance examination. So, because last time I took an exam there, so they put me on recorder. So there's no one there to teach me recorder. So eventually I did it. So this year I again applied for musicology and Asian music. If I get a chair, if I pass with a high, I don't know, because last time I passed this one. So the entrance examination has two kinds. It's divided into two. The first one is the music theory exam. Music theory exam, if you don't pass the music theory exam, you will never be able to audition. You cannot audition if you did not pass the music theory exam. So this one I passed. Last year I passed the music theory exam, and the panel in I have no place to go because Asian music there I was cut off there. I was hoping to go to recorder, but there was no recorder professor, so I changed my my course. And though I want to go there really to also pursue recorder. I'm gonna find people there who are interested in early music and maybe play with them. That's my secret. To go to UP, not online study, and then play with people who are interested in Baroque and early music. So don't tell that, okay? So back to the topic. So music theory exam, if you don't pass the music theory exam, you cannot play. You cannot play. So let's talk about music theory exam. Music theory exam, this is written. Basics of music. Number one, basics of music. This is written exam. This is, just the concept, the terms and symbols and concepts of music. This is very easy. G clef, accidental tie, slur, parts of notes, head, stem, flag, things like that. Things that you will see on the repertoire, on music sheets like this. This is a music sheet, and this is a G clef, cut time, lento, piano, basic stuffs on the number one, basics of music. Then B, rhythmic notation. Rhythmic, same here. And then scale identification. You can identify scales. For example, that was C major scale. What is a C major scale? So C, yan, C major scale. So you will write there C major scale or A minor scale. So that's minor scale. So scale identification, if you see the scale, if it has 4 sharps or 5 flats, you need to identify that one. So that's the basics of music. Number 2, critical listening. So critical listening is you will listen to a piece and there is a question. For example, is this phrase minor phrase? So major. You have to listen to that and answer if it's major. There's an excerpt, or they will let you hear scales, or you have to identify if you hear the scale. For example, this is a major scale, so you have to write their major scale, or is this lines. They will let you listen to lines. For example, is 1 Y 1 1 1, and then and B, and they will ask you, is this music the same, those three phrases, or different from each other? So just listening. If you're listening to, you have to know minor basics, minor scales, and major scale. If you listen, that's one basic things to consider. So rhythm, they will on critical listening. We're talking about critical listening. Rhythm, they will you know what rhythm is, right? They're like yan. Rhythm, they will ask you questions about rhythm. This is very easy. And scales and intervals. Intervals is different. The distance between notes like this. 1 and 3, 1, 4. Unison. So these are interval. This is an octave. See? This is half step, full step. So that's intervals and melody. Yon. So I was talking about that melody there. You will have to listen to. You have to develop your listening skills. For example, you hear a melody, but that's very easy. So critical listening is rhythm, scales, intervals, and melody. So those were music theory that you will answer on your phone or your tablet. Last year, that's what happened because of the pandemic. So let's review basics of music. Written, basics of music is just things that written here. Basics, like you have to just know what are the names of these things. So number 2, critical listening is about listening to rhythm, scales, intervals, and melody. So that's the first part of the exam. The second part of the exam is the hardest part. Oy, speaking of music theory, look at this. I have music theory book. This also came from UP. So let me know if you want to. So the hardest part of this test, maybe not the hardest, is sightseeing. So what are the things you have to? This is a book preparatory sightseeing. After you take the exam, you will the written exam. Let's say written exam, because even the listening is multi. You have to, what's that called? The ABCD, multiple choice. So both basics of music theory and critical listening, these are multiple choices. So sightseeing. So sightseeing is when you solfege, for example, this one. So this is the middle, see? So we have a piece here, it says do. So it whole note. Put to music stand. Lower the volume. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, do. That's sightseeing. So you will be given a one phrase of music, and they will give you like 1 minute to study it, and then you will sing. For example, do re mi do re mi re do. For example, it's written like that. You study that for 1 minute, and then you will sing do re mi re do re mi. So the examiner, you last time we used Zoom app. So you will be given one note. For example, this one. So if you octave that, o, re, do, o, re, mi. So you will sing the melody, and then they will let you know if you pass. I passed, but I was cut off. I didn't know what happened, and I was interviewed in the winds department, and they told me that there was no. But I'm trying again. Okay, that's failure is not an option. I don't give up. I'm going to take courses related on music, plus studying the recorder, and infiltrate the school and find someone who plays early music and baroque music. Of course, I need to practice really well and be good, because a lot of the students there are very very high level players. So if you don't get accepted, don't worry. It means it's not your time yet. There are plenty of things to review or to grow upon music. Don't get disappointed if you did not pass for the first time. Me, I the second time after 10 years, I took the exam. I passed the music theory, but there's no recorder. Maybe my skill is not enough. I don't know, but I did not stop on music. So these are the things to consider if you want to go to the University of the Philippines. So at least your high school level. If you graduated high school and you studied music and you prepare for the no, this is not a problem. They're very generous there. Yeah. If you want to go, I know some place, Curtis, they don't have music theory, but the passing rate is 4% on Curtis Music, and you have to be very, 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 very rich to go there. But we're talking about the University of the Philippines because I'm from the Philippines, mabuhay. So those were the things to consider if you want to also um, to take the examinations. It's very thrilling. It's very scary at first, but the second, it's not. It's easy now. And the third, this is my third time. This time I'm gonna take musicology or musicology and maybe Asian music. I took two. If I pass there on Asian music and if I pass on musicology, it's cool. But if I don't pass, I'm gonna try again next year. But if it's online class, I don't know. I wanna go there and see students, and play with them. That's my. I wanna go there and maybe form a group or something to upgrade the integrity of the recorder here in my country, Philippines. If you like this video, please subscribe and comment and like and share and whatever. Support my channel. Thank you for listening. I'm Matt, and this is the Recorder Studio.